to another adventure on Brad's apostrophe S outdoor bucket channel. Starting the morning off with slight fog, little overcast. They're calling for isolated shower today. Pretty much don't know where. Whenever they think it may rain, they say an isolated shower because they don't know. So far it's pretty. So we're heading down to Fort Patrick Henry. Initial intentions was Boone Lake, but Boone Lake is finally, after what, 5-6 years, bringing the water levels up from a repair on wasn't really a sinkhole. It was an underground cave they found on the downside of the dam, and there was a leak going through that cave into the river, meaning it was constantly bypassing the dam.
When they built the new bridge.
Yeah, when they built it, there was a new bridge they built, which I guess caused all this conundrum. So they're finally bringing up the water levels back on Boone Lake, and they temporarily have the boat ramp shut down right now because of it. Which also explains why the water levels were so low at Cherokee and Douglas this past year, because we got down there earlier than we did the year prior, and it's like, why are the water levels down so low? Well, it feeds, it's all trickle down effect. It feeds in to Boone. So naturally, for them to raise water levels, they have to shut the dam at Boone, crack open at Douglas and Cherokee, and kind of help fill the dam that way. So I don't know how many lakes are involved in having to fill Boone. So for everybody out there that fishes Douglas and Cherokee that this may have inconvenienced, dude, I get it. Sincere apologies. Just be happy you ain't having to deal with the low water level for 5 years. That sucked. So instead, we're going to Fort Patrick Henry. Now, if history teaches us anything, it will be that this time of year, topwater bites are not what they generally are in June, July, and August. But Bradley C here run into something on their last trip and started fishing my fast sinking saltwater tapered line with the wiggle minnow on it more, and started hooking up where I wasn't before. So I'm going to be putting that theory to the test here on Fort Patrick Henry, because we know there's big smallmouths down there. It's just a matter of getting the presentation in front of them, giving them that opportunity to bite. So that's what we're going to do. You're going to also notice a big difference in the footage here. Most of the summer I've used a Panorama HD that I purchased at Walmart for 48 bucks. I've done that instead of spending the extra money on something like what I'm using now, just to see, can you truly do great video, cinematography on these trips with a lower budgeted camera and still be just as successful. A lot of people out there are budget minded now. So I thought I'd give it its fair run. I've spent most of the summer using that camera. Few things, camera did work well. Waterproof case held up good. But like any waterproof case, it's like the first years of the GoPro. Once you put it in that case, it sounds muffled. What wasn't good about it, it didn't have any kind of stability with it, meaning you've seen every little bump or vibration that this thing had through the filming. It was so direct focus that if you will look back on some of the recordings where I recorded from inside a vehicle, you couldn't even see Mr. Leach here unless I turned the camera around. It had no panoramic view. Now, here we are. Instead of 48, might as well say 300. But my little mama always said you truly get what you pay for, and you do. GoPro Hero HD 7 Black. That's what I'm using right now. You can live stream on it. It's already waterproof. You don't need a waterproof case, so the mic is not affected. I've noticed in wind, it does a good job cutting the wind out, so you hear, you know, yourself speaking on the video a lot better. Voice activation. There's 7 different phrases I can use to control this camera. I control this camera on my phone by downloading the GoPro app. I can trim and edit videos from my phone. So, I mean, these phones are great. It's waterproof to 33 feet. I've already got a spare battery for it. It's charged in my camera bag, so hopefully from here on out, you, the viewer, will have better quality video, and all you have to do is go look back at some of the past videos, and you'll see there's no comparison. This thing has the gimbal technology, whereas if I'm rounding a corner, it keeps the video as straight and level as possible. I can spin this camera around right now and it'll still record just like I'm holding it straight up. So I can put it at any angle, still record. Not have to worry about you, the viewer, having to turn your head sideways to see what the hell's going on. So with that said, we're gonna get on down here to Colonial Heights area, make a quick stop, and get this boat back in the water. So hopefully I'll be back at you here later with a fish in the boat.
Quick sponsorship tip.
Sponsorship.
Thank you, Watson's Marine, for getting my boat back.
Oh, Watson's Marine. If you're an area boy, and if you're not, even if you're over the border of North Carolina and you need good boat work done, Watson's Marine. You know, the tilt trim went out on a 12-volt motor while we was down in Cherokee our last trip, and made the last day not a wash. We still done okay, but it was trolling motor only. So he purchased a boat from there, took the boat back there. They done great work, got it working, plus found some bad seals on his steering hydraulics. You know, up to this point, we just thought that it was just, you know, a little bit of stiff steering. You can turn that baby with one hand now, or actually one finger. So go Watson's Marine, you know, go down there, check them out. You know, they've got good boats. They'll really hook you up. Really good people. So take care, and I'll see you on the water. All right, Chris got the first one of the day, about down time. Now, we didn't bring a net for certain reasons. Nice smallie. Okay, there you go, brother. Here, just keep tension on. Keep tension on.
You get back in the water, I got it. Watch your thumb. Look at there. Too bad, boy, look how dark that is.
There you go, sir.
Throw it in, it's good.
Nice. Yeah, they're darkening up.
There they are, wind.
All right, we're gonna make sure he goes without a hitch, man. Hey, thanks for the memories, brother. Get out of here. Get out of here, kid. You bothered me. All right, Chris has caught number 2. See what he's got here. Looks promising. Is it a smallmouth? Is it a largemouth? Oh, whoa, wait. That is a, well, hey.
Oh, that's a sauger, that's a walleye.
Dude, we got walleye in here?
We do now. What that is?
Dude, I've not seen walleye since fucking Lake Erie. Dude caught a fucking walleye on Fort Patrick Henry.
That's what that is, ain't it?
Yeah, and hang on, these things, you gotta be careful of these fucking walleye. These damn walleye put a fucking, I'm sorry I ain't got a boga grip there, tough guy.
Dang. Where's them pliers?
Hang on, I got him. Oh no, that hell far that hook went. That hook went clean through.
I gotta drive them over here. right?
Okay, hang on. We're getting them slowly. Damn. It's the only thing I don't like about treble hooks. Damn. Well, you'll see what I'm talking about, the hook. There's two bands. Holy shit, I still can't believe you got a freaking walleye in here. See, it's gapped them and you got two prongs through the gap. See, look at that mess.
Ah, stop. Now stop. Now stop. You're going to work yourself out. What you going to do?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you've seen it here first. Murder on the Fort Patrick Henry. See, I was able to get one barb out, but not two. If you can get two out. Now, hold it, stop.
Them teeth on that son of a bitch.
I think I got an idea.
There you go. Hang on, you're about done. We about got you, buddy.
Damnation. I'm trying to get that.
There you go.
Okay, there's two. Whew, shit. That was tough. Look at that beautiful walleye.
Damn. Stop.
Look at them, ladies and germs.
That's a walleye.
That's a decent walleye. Don't care how you spin it.
We caught a walleye off the rattle trap.
Okay, yeah, you actually seen this. If you're any fan of Fort Patrick Henry, there's been a few firsts.
Definitely one.
The first this year was stripers, which aren't typical for Fort Patrick Henry. And now my old boy just pulls in a walleye, which are definitely not typical of Fort Patrick Henry. So, yeah. Dude, where do you... Upriver versus Boone. Boone don't have walleye. Watauga Lake has walleye. So that walleye has made his way all the way from Watauga Lake through the multiple weirs and dams.
Unless somebody put him in here.
Oh, you think maybe somebody actually transported them down here and put them in here to try to get walleye stocked?
What's the difference in a walleye and a sauger?
I don't know, but that wasn't a sauger. That was, I mean, that was a walleye.
Hello? Hello?
All right, I'm out. Okay, wanted to show y'all the few things I brought that we're fishing with today. It's what I catch most of the fish that I do catch on. Currently, I'm fishing an 8 to 9 weight fly rod with a fast sinking saltwater taper line. Now, if you'll notice, this line is green up until a certain point, which you're about to see. The first 30 feet of this line is black. Now, here's the purpose for this. A lot of your sinking lines come with this little TIG mark on it, and they're set at various depths. So when you get back to the boat, you can stop, allow it to sink, and allow it to jig under the boat. It can help increase your catch ratio. It being saltwater line, it's marked out at 30 feet. 30 feet's kind of deep, you know, around here, you know, near the banks, this and that. But a lot of the depths that we do run into are 30 feet. So, you know, if I'm going to get near the bottom, then I know what to do. This line is sinks about 1 foot a second. So it is truly a fast sinking line. Now, right now, we're fishing deep. And I don't know if Chris just snagged or if he got one. That snag, it's a snag. It happens. If you ain't snagging, you ain't down there with them. So, what I brought is this rig. Then I have another rig. Again, it's an 8 to 9 weight rod, floating line with the Todd's Wiggle minnow. And I always bring my trout rod, which is my Old Faithful. This is my PS2 Performance Series 5 to 6 weight trout rod. And I have on this a purple midge. Oh, so I hear the shell crackers are really hitting right now this time of year. But I'm not really focused on that. I want something big. So that's where we're at. So those are the 3 rods I'm fishing. You got Chris up front. He's primarily right now throwing a rattle trap. That's I guess you could say his go-to. And right now he's fishing, looks like a white jig, the hair weed guard, and a minnow presentation coming off the rear. So
I was throwing a rattle trap.
So we're hoping we get something. We'll know soon. And hell, if I have to resort to catching a bunch of bluegill, we'll put something in the boat. Bluegill are fish too, right?
Yes, sir.
So, you know, you'll notice on a lot of these videos you watch, it's about just being out here. Neither one of us, I would say, are high dollar fishermen. And what I mean by high dollar fishermen is those guys that have everything it takes to go out and successfully put fish in the boat every single trip. You know, that's not the case. Social media, being able to record the way that we record, you know, it kind of gives a lot of false impressions. To kind of touch base on the article I read a few nights ago, this guy finally hooked up on a monster brown trout. It was about 2 o'clock in the morning. And he even added, what you don't see in a lot of these videos are all the hours spent casting with no bites, in the rain, heat of the day, in the cold. And you go through all that to finally get that video of that big fish that you get to send off first certificate on. You don't see all that in these videos. So that's why I like to post some of these videos.
How many times have you and I been out in the wind and the cold and the rain and the heat?
Oh, a lot.
But we continue to do it, right?
Yeah, but we continue chugging away. And every year's different. Last summer, 3 citations I got over the course of the summer. This past summer, I've not caught anything big enough for a citation. You know, it happens. So, you know, I don't know. Maybe the fish caught the COVID. Who knows? That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. The fish, that's it, Chris. The fish have the COVID.
That's right. This year, we started off pretty strong with a 60-pound striper and a 4.5-pound trout.
Yeah. So, but I mean, there you have it. You're going to see on this channel some videos where we're not catching the fish. That's the reality of fishing. We don't come out here and do it because every time we come out here, it's fish after fish after fish. We come out here because it's beautiful. We're blessed to be able to enjoy this around us. We're blessed to be able to enjoy the outdoors. And more so, we're blessed to enjoy each other's company, camaraderie, and I mean, we have a lot of fucking laughs out here. So, with that said, I'm gonna save a little juice and go back to fishing. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is why we come to Fort Patrick Henry right here. This is why we get up early of a morning to do what we do. So we can come here and we can catch the monster of Fort Patrick Henry. Right there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, don't get too jealous. Don't get too jealous. It takes a lot of finesse to catch a fish of this stature.
Way to go,
The fight was fierce. Hang on, it's hard to see. He's in my hand. The fight was fierce.
Yeah, he's K-bar in his mouth.
But Huckleberry got the first fish of the day.
Right.
Now, I tell you, I'm wore out after that one. Thanks for the memories. Whew. Let's see if we can catch another monster. All right, everybody, this is what I'm down to. Bluegill. I got tired of not catching fish. That's why I always bring my trout rod. But these bluegill can be fun to catch.
Oh, yeah.
And I've caught some bluegill, so sometimes it's not about just catching monsters. Sometimes you just gotta have fun with it. So later in the year, this is pretty much what happens on my end, because I refuse to resort to picking up a bait caster or a spinning reel. So that's what we're into, catching bluegill. But I have caught a few bass off some of these flies, so you never know. It's a mixed bag. So still waiting on Chris to put another one in the boat.
Me too.
Though he's not caught any since that smallmouth back there, which just goes to show, hey, it's Fort Patrick Henry, man. You're either on fire or you're stone cold, one of the two.